Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, politics is a dirty game. And indeed, if you're not careful, you'll find yourself in a mess. You say this, someone translates it into something else, and it becomes a serious weapon of massive destruction to your reputation and everything. Now, Gachagua was in the US. And while in the US, he dropped a bombshell by revealing how President William Ruto is working with people who seemingly are terrorists. They are doing business. So it is personal interest. First of all, Gachagua talked about Ruto while he was in Mandera, that's northeastern, when our 5 chiefs were abducted by Al-Shabaabs. That the government had a meeting with the Al-Shabaab leadership. And at the end of the day, it also turned out that Ruto was in a business meetings with these people. Personal business. After that, Gachagua also talked about, and this one now, he has enough evidence on it, the issue of Sudan, where Ruto met with SRF leader. Is it Al-Qaeda or what? He had a meeting with that leader ambaye sasa ni muhasi wa serikali. Gachagua is the one who received the leader, then akamhand over to the president, and they had their meeting in absence of Gachagua. So his claim is that Ruto is doing business with the terror groups. Now, this is how things are now changing and turning against Gachagua. When Gachagua landed in this country, a day after, Kindiki, Kimani, Ichungw'Wah, and the team were in Northeastern. And when they went to Northeastern, they went there with a damaging message, which is not true. They are telling the people of Northeastern, the Kenyan Somalis, wale warrior wa Kenya, that Rigathi Gachagua has said, you people, you are a terrorist. Gachagua went to the US and he made a statement saying that the Kenyan Somalis are a terrorist. That is the statement from Kimani Ichungw'Wah. So he's changing the whole conversation from the Al-Shabaab, tunajua Al-Shabaab wako wapi? Somaliland. Anaambia wale wa Somalia wa Kenya wetu wenzetu. Ya kwamba Gachagua alikuwa anasema nyinyi ndio terrorist ambao President Ruto anafanya nao biashara. He's telling Gachagua, you are the biggest terrorist. Wewe ndio terrorist mkubwa wa siasa. Na usitenganishe wa Kenya hapa. That is the message that Kimani Ichungw'Wah and Kithure Kindiki took to Northeastern. How do you take this?
Wewe umeenda Amerika ukasema wa Somali ni terrorist. Wewe ndiye terrorist wa siasa na wa Kenya hapa Kenya. Kweli si kweli? Usidharau jamii zingine na udharau watu sababu ati umeenda Amerika kuombaomba pesa.
Na sio vizuri.
Now, we will not go back to play Gachagua's statement while he was in the US because we have done it already in 2 videos. You can just go back and watch. But then, the response is still here. You know, politicians will think at most time that Kenyans are a stupid people. Sisi ni mafala kwa lugha ya kimtaa. But that is not the truth. Kenyan people are not stupid. They also understand these people are playing politics. It's another clip that is also trending, where a Kenyan Somali was responding to a plan that is put together by Team William Ruto through Aden Duale. Aden Duale is trying to paint a picture of Gachagua as an enemy of the Somalis in this country. But they have a message to him. And his message is very clear. Sisi wa Somali hatuna shida na Gachagua. na Gachagua hana shida na Wasomalia. Gachagua wako na shida na Aden Duale peke yake. That's the message. In fact, kama kuna watu wanafanya biashara Kenya serious, Wakikuyu na Wasomali. And they brought that scenario saying that Kikuyus are our brothers. We are doing business with them. They are first customers in our store every morning we open. Hao ndio wa kwanza kuja kununua mizigo yetu. Kwa hiyo sisi hatuna shida na hawa jamaa, ni wenzetu. Shida tofauti zake na Aden Duale asituletee. That is the message from the Somali people in this country to the regime of William Samoei Ruto. That you are leading propaganda, but don't bring your propaganda and difference here. Gachagua as an individual has no problem with us.
Gachagua hana shida na Wasomali. Wako shida na Duale peke yake. Na Duale ndo anafanya kritim. Anaeleza watu ya kwamba watu wachukie. Mimi nitakwambia Duale asitunganishe sisi na Wakikuyu. Wasomali na Wakikuyu wa Nairobi, wa Garisa wanashikana. In the morning biashara ikifunguliwa Nairobi, mtu ya kwanza kuingia duka ni Mkikuyu. Wale ambao wanachukua mizigo yetu ni Wakikuyu. Islini Wakikuyu na Wasomali wanafanya biashara pamoja. Asitugonganishe na kabila zingine wa Kenya. Yeah.
Now, I want us to continue with our panel discussion, but before we go deep into that, I have a quick and humble request. For those who are watching this channel and you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to our discussion. I'm still laughing at Kimani Ichungw'Wah's message. Eti usidharau jamii zingine na udharau watu sababu umeenda Amerika kuomba pesa. So he's bringing the scenario that Gachagua went to America to beg for money. You see? But that on aside, he is also creating a picture that Gachagua is demeaning other communities, like the Somali people. Somali walikuwa minority, lakini bado sio minority. They have a stake in our politics, and there are serious people in serious business. So watu wenye wako kwa biashara hata wakiwa wachache, they have a big say because they are going to fund these campaigns. That's another truth. To me, Kimani Ichung'wah's statement is flopping. It is backfiring. It painted him as a propagandist. He's actually embarrassing himself. He's an embarrassment to himself. And this reveals the panic and desperate situation that this government is in. Such that they can only apply propaganda. If you are the government and applying propaganda in broad daylight, what do you expect your juniors to do? If that's what they are doing, what do they expect other people to do? Because now, looking at the situation where the government used a lot of resources to mobilize a huge crowd of women. Na wanajua mama ndio watu wepesi wa kudanganya jameni. They used a lot of money to mobilize these women to come together. Then the only message you have is to sell propaganda and instill fear in people against another person. Gachagua hana shida na Wasomali wa Kenya. In fact, he's looking up for their support financially and in their numbers. Even the Kenyan Somalis have a problem with Al-Shabaabs because they even, hata wakuja Kenya, they are abducting our own Somalis. They abducted our 5 chiefs. So even the Kenyan Somalis are not comfortable. Hata na mambo ya kusema wametoa mambo ya sijui ya kuangalia ID kabla mtu apewe ID, the vetting committee. Even the Kenyan Somalis are not that much comfortable. We know the other agenda this team has, to have voters outside from Kenya. Kama kuna jamii ambazo wako kwa biashara Kenya hii, I am very sure, na wanafanya biashara ya importation, there's no one among these communities ambao wako kwa biashara, they are comfortable with re-electing William Ruto, because they know the serious harm Ruto has caused to their business. Mimi najua hata wa Somalia wako comfortable na kupigia kura Mheshimiwa William Ruto, because they are in the business. They know what it means. But this team went there to change the conversation. And they winning, the answer might be no. Again, what comes out? Desperateness. That is the situation that these people are in. I don't know your views, but please let us meet in the comment section to continue with our discussion. Thank you so much, and see you in our next video.